What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD Mobile video. So today we are going to be discussing a pretty interesting blueprint that came into this game as of recently. So basically there is this event called the Operation Variant. Apparently there's more than just one season. So this seems like it's going to be something that's going to be making its way into this game within like every just major update. But basically in this event, you could actually unlock special rewards, especially at the end. For the individual points that you collect, you could get a character skin, but for collaboration points alongside your friends, you could end up unlocking a weapon blueprint. And this time around, it was kind of interesting because for the first time, the ASM-10 has gotten a skin that looks basically like the AN94 from Modern Warfare 2019. The AN94 from that game came out around its 5th season. This was way back when, I think probably around 2020 at that point. It was one of the last weapons that was released, and it wasn't really a notable one. I mean, I don't hear a lot of positive reviews about it, but if anything, I would say the AS Val was probably like that best DLC weapon that came out during that entire time. But anyways, yes, Modern Warfare, believe it or not, had an AN94. That's a weapon that's usually reserved for Black Ops games. They've basically had it in every single one of those Black Ops games in the past. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and I think even Black Ops 4. But Modern Warfare, or I guess Infinity Ward, decided to at least give it a spin, and I guess they did all right. Usually the A94 is overpowered, but at least in Modern Warfare 2019, that wasn't really the case. But yes, honestly, as weird as it is to admit, I didn't really think the AN94 actually was a real gun. Only because it came out in Black Ops 2, and given that that was like a futuristic game that came out in 2012 that takes place in 2025, I thought this was actually a future gun that Treyarch just made up. It wasn't until Modern Warfare 2019 released the gun and I realized, well, shit, this gun actually does exist. So this ASM-10 Electra is actually pretty good, all the way down to the iron sight as well. It does come with a scope, which you're actually seeing right now. This was like in the middle of a live stream, and a lot of people were kind of goading me into using the scope just to see how it was. And I mean, honestly, its scopes are not really they're not really optimized well for controllers. You can't really set a certain sensitivity for these specific scopes. Basically, anything that's like 3 times or higher, we can't set up our sensitivities for that stuff, which is something I do want to discuss in a later video. But yeah, I decided to try it out. Not really enjoyable. However, you guys did see how the iron sight looks like, and I actually thought the camo coverage wasn't really going to apply to the iron sight as well, but surprisingly it does, and it does look pretty nice depending on what you actually have on it. So the design of it isn't really much. Like I said, it was the 2019 AN94 version, and honestly, if it wasn't from that, I mean, you would probably think it was just another ASM-10. But yes, they pretty much got all the details from the gun of that game pretty much to a T. I mean, even when it comes to the magazine, it is kind of like slanted a little bit to the right, which is kind of something it's basically how it was designed in Modern Warfare 2019 as well. I also did some further research about it. The Electra skin actually does exist in Modern Warfare 2019. It's a skin that was ported over. It wasn't a tracer round skin. It was just a basic normal skin. I'm not really sure if it was from a challenge or from a battle pass. I'm not too certain of that, but yes, it was a skin that existed in that game as well. I think it was called the Prototype 661, I believe, or the Electra Prototype 661. So there's the historical background, just in case you guys were interested in finding out what it was. So now I do kind of want to expand a little bit further on the iron sight because there are a bit of mixed reviews on it because there's some people that like it. Some people that are, I guess, okay with it, you know, they're pretty indifferent, and there were some people that told me that it wasn't really that great. You know, it's a little too obstructive. For me personally, I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, it's not the worst iron sight in the world, but at the same time, it's not the best of the ASM-10. Although the skin is really nice, depending on what your preference is. It kind of begs the question whether or not the AN94 for Modern Warfare 2019 is ever truly going to be a thing. And keep in mind, the ASM-10 is called the AN94, at least in the Chinese version of COD Mobile. For some reason, maybe there's some copyright issue and they couldn't name it that here in this game. But this doesn't necessarily rule out the possibility of the AN94 coming into the game, because keep in mind, the M4 received a skin that looked exactly like the XM4 back then, but the XM4 ended up coming out anyways. If it does ever come out, I don't expect it to have a name like the AN94 or some sort of ASM gun. Maybe it might be named differently completely, but keep in mind there's always a chance that type of gun could, come into this game with the Branson type barrel already built into the gun. It's really a matter of whether or not the devs actually want to do it, and I don't really see that coming in the near future. Although I could be wrong, but the only future weapon that we know of currently is the Ram 7, which is going to be coming out next season. So maybe season 9, maybe season 10, there's a possibility, but I highly doubt it because there are many more weapons that I'm sure they're bringing in, like the LC10 or something like that. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content, and I'll see you guys next time.